These days, every tap, swipe, and click sends money and data flying in seconds. This makes banking security more important than ever before. It's no longer just physical vaults and security guards. It's now strong digital defenses, smart technology, and a partnership between you and your bank to keep everything safe. When we talk about banking security, we are talking about the peace of mind that comes from knowing your hard-earned money and sensitive data are protected. This influences everything from paying bills online to receiving our salaries. Think about it. How often do you interact with your bank without ever stepping foot inside a physical branch? Online banking, mobile apps, and digital payments have transformed our financial lives. But with this great convenience comes a great responsibility. This responsibility falls on the banks that are safeguarding our money, but also on us, the people who use these digital services. It is a shared journey. This video will explain the world of banking security best practices. We will talk about what financial institutions do tirelessly behind the scenes to protect you. We will also talk about what you can do as a customer, empowering you to become an active participant in your own financial protection. Just a decade ago, most people visited a physical bank branch to deposit checks, open accounts, or talk to a teller. Today, the majority of those transactions happen online, and so do most of the threats. From phishing emails that look shockingly real to sophisticated software designed to steal your login credentials, banking security risks are varied, and they are always changing. The speed of digital transactions has given rise to a new kind of threat that is faster and more difficult to spot. According to a 2024 report by IBM Security, the financial services sector was the second most targeted industry for cyber attacks for the fourth consecutive year. That alone should make anyone pause. Criminals follow the money, and increasingly, that money lives in online accounts that are only as secure as the person using them. It's a clear signal that the financial industry is a prime target, and the digital tools we use every day are the new battleground. Financial institutions are at the forefront of the cybersecurity battle. They invest heavily in cutting-edge technology and employ many experts to protect against a constantly evolving array of threats. It's a high-stakes game where even a single breach can have devastating consequences for a bank's trust and reputation. One of the foundational pillars of modern banking security is data encryption. Imagine your financial data as a precious letter. Encryption is like scrambling that letter into an unreadable code, making it impossible for anyone to read without the right key. This applies to data whether it is sitting quietly on a bank's server, which we call data at rest, or zipping across the internet during a transaction, which we call data in transit. Encryption is not just a technical detail, it is a fundamental safeguard that underpins all digital trust. It ensures that even if an attacker manages to intercept data, they are left with meaningless gibberish. Beyond encryption, banks fortify their digital perimeters with sophisticated secure networks and firewalls. These act like digital bouncers, carefully scrutinizing every piece of information trying to enter or leave the bank's systems. They block suspicious traffic and filter out unauthorized access attempts, much like a well-designed security gate. Complementing this are intrusion detection systems, or IDs. IDs are constantly at work, monitoring network activity for any anomalies or signs of a potential break-in. Think of them as silent alarms, always listening for the slightest tremor that indicates a threat. They are designed to spot things that do not belong and alert security teams immediately. The rise of cloud computing has brought both opportunities and challenges. Many banks now use cloud infrastructure for flexibility and scalability. However, this also means ensuring that these cloud environments are as secure as their internal systems. This often involves adopting a zero-trust architecture, a philosophy that essentially trusts no one and verifies everything. It means that every user, device, and application, regardless of whether it is inside or outside the traditional network, must be authenticated and authorized before gaining access to any resources. For example, an employee logging into a bank system would not just be verified once. They would have to be verified again for every different application or folder they try to access. Regular software updates and patching might sound mundane, but they are absolutely vital. Cybercriminals constantly discover new vulnerabilities in software, and vendors release patches to fix them. Banks operate on a strict schedule, ensuring all their systems, applications, and devices are updated promptly. Neglecting this is like leaving your front door unlocked, an open invitation for trouble. Even the most high-tech systems can fall apart if we do not keep a close eye on who is getting in. This brings us to the critical world of strong authentication and access control, a cornerstone of banking security. Multi-factor authentication, or MFA. MFA is no longer an optional extra. It is a baseline requirement for sensitive banking operations. It adds an extra layer of defense beyond just a password. It demands at least 2 different pieces of evidence to verify your identity. This could be a password combined with a one-time code sent to your phone, a fingerprint scan, or facial recognition. For financial institutions, MFA is enforced rigorously for all internal systems and sensitive data access. For example, an employee might need their password and a token from a special app on their phone to access customer information. Role-based access control, RBAC, is essential in banking security. It makes sure employees, contractors, and third parties only access the exact systems and data they need. Nothing more. This follows the principle of least privilege. For example, if someone doesn't need access to customer credit card data, they won't have it. That way, even if their account is compromised, the damage is limited. A close cousin to RBAC is Privileged Access Management, PAM. PAM deals specifically with accounts that have elevated permissions, like system admins. These accounts hold critical control, so they must be tightly managed and monitored. But not all threats are external. Insider threats, whether accidental or intentional, can be just as dangerous. That's why banks invest in mandatory cybersecurity training for all staff, not as a one-time event, but as a continuous program. It's about building a security-first culture, where every employee knows how to recognize phishing, spot social engineering, and report anything suspicious. They're not just workers, they're the first line of defense. Cyber threats are always changing, so banking security has to stay one step ahead. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it job. It needs constant attention and smart tools. That's where AI-powered threat detection comes in. Imagine a system that watches over everything 24/7, spotting strange behavior like a login from a far-off country, or a sudden large withdrawal from an unusual location. These AI tools, like the ones at Tileris, can spot problems faster than any human, helping banks respond before things get worse. But even with strong defenses, breaches can still happen. That's why banks need a solid incident response plan. It's like a fire drill. Everyone knows what to do, who to call, and how to fix things fast if something goes wrong. Banks also bring in outside experts to test their defenses regularly, poking around like ethical hackers to find weak spots before the bad guys do. Banks must follow strict cybersecurity laws, like PCI DSS, SWIFT CSP, and Europe's DORA, to avoid fines and reputation damage. They also rely on third-party vendors, so they audit them regularly and set strict security rules in contracts. And to fight fraud, banks run real-time monitoring to catch suspicious activity fast, like odd logins or big transfers. Customers can also set limits for extra safety. Banks handle the big stuff, but your habits matter too. Staying alert and practicing safe banking helps build a stronger defense against cyber threats. If you run a business or manage client data, the risk is even higher. You also need strong digital security, from your banking setup to how you store customer info. Need help tightening your defenses? Our experts at Tileris can guide you. Visit Tileris.com to book a consultation. Here are some customer banking security tips. 1. Strong passwords and authentication. Use long, complex, and unique passwords. Never reuse them. A password manager can help. Always enable multi-factor authentication, like a text code or fingerprint. And remember, your bank will never ask for your password. Anyone who does is a scammer. 2. Watch out for scams. Phishing emails and fake messages are getting smarter. Don't click suspicious links or give out personal info, even if it looks legit. Type your bank's web address directly into your browser, and avoid banking on public Wi-Fi. 3. Monitor your account. Check your bank activity regularly. Set up alerts for unusual transactions. Spot something off? Report it to your bank immediately. Every second counts. 4. Secure your devices. Keep your apps, software, and antivirus up to date. Only download banking apps from official app stores. Use strong phone passwords and log out when you're done banking. Banking security is an everyday habit. These small steps go a long way to protecting your finances. Need help protecting your accounts or your business? Get expert guidance with Tileris AI-powered cybersecurity. Request a free consultation or live demo at Tileris.com. And if this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others.